Dear child, listen closely. There are pivotal moments in your life when you are called to feel something extraordinary. When silence resonates with a thunderous weight, and the air around you vibrates not from sound, but from the profound truths being whispered into your spirit by unseen forces. You are not imagining this. The flutter in your heart, the sudden awareness of a presence nearby when you are alone, the dreams that echo louder than reality, these are not mere coincidences. They are divine messages. This is one of those moments. Something significant is being inscribed in the spirit concerning you, something sacred and heavy, a revelation that has taken heaven time to prepare. This message is meant for you. You may feel forgotten, as if the struggles you face lack meaning or purpose. But know this, you are being watched over by eyes that have never left your side since your first breath on this earth. Someone close to you is about to enter a tumultuous storm, and the pain from this storm will ripple through your soul like lightning striking water. This person is connected to you not just by life, but by a deeper, spiritual bond. Their turmoil will affect you, too. God is trying to convey this to you. He will face significant challenges ahead, but you, my dear child, are not meant to crumble under the weight of it. You are meant to grasp the gravity of what is unfolding before it even begins. This is not a threat or punishment, it is preparation. The one your soul clings to, the one who once laughed in your presence but has recently grown distant, who is about to walk through a fire. But before you let fear take root in your heart, let me reassure you, the fire will not consume him, though it will burn away parts of him. He is about to lose something he never thought he would have to relinquish. He will be betrayed by someone he trusted completely, and he will be wounded not physically, but spiritually. You will feel this in your bones before he even speaks of it. Your dreams will begin to shift. You will hear voices calling your name in the night, and not to frighten you, but to awaken the strength that lies dormant within you, buried beneath layers of heartbreak and silence. You have always been spiritually sensitive, but now your gift will begin to reveal itself in ways you never anticipated. This is not by chance. Heaven has chosen you for this moment. The one who is about to suffer is not evil, he is not wicked. He has simply strayed too far from the light, not out of hatred, but because the world has been too loud and the truth too painful. He has ignored the signs, hardened himself against correction, and surrounded himself with those who feed his ego rather than his soul. Now, the unraveling must begin. But you, child of mercy, must not flee from this. You must not judge him or curse God for allowing this to happen. The unraveling is part of the healing process. He cannot become who he was meant to be until he is stripped of what he was never meant to carry. I know what you are thinking. You are wondering why you must witness this, why you must endure the heat of his fire, and why you must bear a sorrow that is not your own. The answer, my beloved, is that you are called to intercede. You are more than just a person to him, you are a lifeline, a thread of hope, a silent prayer manifested in human form. You carry within you the very light he will need when all others abandon him. You are not weak for loving him, nor foolish for hoping. You are chosen for this kind of love, the kind that survives the storm, that believes beyond belief, that prays when it hurts, and that forgives when it breaks. You will witness someone you love learn the hardest lesson of their life. He will not fall to death, but to realization. And when he does, when he calls your name again, trembling and vulnerable, you must not turn away. God has already written the next chapter, and it begins with you saying, "I'm still here." Now, pay close attention, for what I say next is urgent. Before his storm begins, there will be 3 unusual signs. First, someone you haven't spoken to in a long time will unexpectedly reach out to you, not to discuss him, but to reconnect. This will signal that your circle is shifting, preparing to support you. Do not ignore this person. Second, a piece of technology you rely on will suddenly fail, your phone, your computer, or something else essential. This is not a coincidence, it is a divine prompt asking you to unplug from distractions and enter a quiet space where God can whisper instructions to you without interference. Do not curse the inconvenience, receive it as a call to prayer. Third, and most importantly, someone will mention his name in an unrelated conversation as someone who doesn't even know your connection to him. This moment will feel strange, almost eerie, but it will confirm that heaven is aligning people and voices to draw your attention to this moment. When this happens, go immediately into prayer. You will know what to say. The trouble that is coming will shake him, but it will awaken you. Here is a deeper truth you may not expect. All of this is part of a divine plan to draw both of you into a sacred realization about one another. The pain will serve as a doorway, the tears as holy water, and the silence between you will become a bridge if you allow it. He will need you more than ever, not because you will fix him, but because your spirit, your prayers, and your patience will be the means through which God pulls him from despair. I am not sharing this to frighten you, but to empower you. You are stronger than you realize. Your prayers resonate louder than your silence, and your presence in his life is no accident. The timing of this message is divine. It could not have been spoken yesterday, nor can it wait for tomorrow. This is your moment to be aware of what heaven has already begun to unfold. He will resist at first. He may try to smile and act as if nothing is wrong, but watch closely. He will forget things he usually remembers, sleep more than usual, or not at all. His anger will be sharp and sudden, like thunder before a storm. You must not react emotionally, instead, respond spiritually. Pray over his name in secret, touch where he sat and speak peace, leave words of help where he can find them even if he doesn't know you placed them there. Write his name in your journal and circle it with a verse. Light a candle and say nothing. Just weep if you must, but offer him in silence. Heaven is not finished speaking, the message has only begun to unfold, and there is more you must hear and understand before the full meaning of what is coming becomes clear. Your spirit has been stirred for a reason. You felt a strange tension in your chest, a heaviness when his name crosses your mind, as if something within you already knew what this message would reveal. Let me tell you now, with the authority of eternity behind these words, everything you are about to witness is divinely allowed, not to destroy, but to rebuild something sacred that cannot be constructed with pride or false friendships. It requires truth, silence, and tears. He will stumble in ways that will break your heart. You will hear things about him, words he will never say to your face, decisions he will make that will feel like betrayal. In those moments, you may be tempted to walk away and say, I can't do this anymore. But let me whisper into your heart, that very moment will be the most sacred of all, for it will test not your love for him, but your obedience to the whisper of heaven. You will be tested not in fire, but in patience. You will be stretched not by time, but by silence. You will be weighed not by the world's measure of right and wrong, but by heaven's measure of loyalty, purity, mercy, and discernment. There is a secret about his past that will come to light. It may shake you, it may offend you. But do not let it become a wall, let it become a window. He has hidden this part of himself because he does not know how to discuss it without shame choking his words. When it surfaces and it will, you must respond with stillness. Do not demand, do not accuse, do not turn cold. Simply pray, for what he has kept hidden has been a root of the trouble now being stirred. Your prayers will carry him, they already have. Do you not realize, child of light, that there are nights he did not end in destruction because your spirit stood in intercession without your knowledge? Do you not understand that you have been a shield, though you never saw the arrows? Do you not know that the reason he still has breath in his body is because God placed you near his life like a lighthouse at the edge of his storm? This is not a romantic fantasy, it is a sacred reality. You were placed in his life for such a time as this. You were born for this kind of fire. You were designed with a spirit that knows how to bend without breaking, how to weep without cursing, how to carry without complaining. Heaven trusts you with this weight, not because it is easy, but because you are capable. The next few days will reveal strange signs. He may withdraw, act unrecognizable, or begin to reject the very things he once held dear. You must not panic, this is part of the crumbling. The truth must rise, and for it to rise, the lies must fall. Do not try to hold up what heaven is tearing down. Do not attempt to glue together a false piece. Let it fall, let it come undone. And while it does, return to prayer like never before. Wake in the middle of the night and pray, even if you don't know what for. Speak his name and cover it in light. Ask heaven to send angels to walk the halls of his house. Speak blessings over his thoughts. Rebuke every lie that tells him he is beyond redemption. You may not see it, but every time you speak life over him, something invisible shifts. This is important. He will lose money. A job may be shaken. A door he has been hoping would open will suddenly slam shut. This is not the enemy, it is the correction of heaven. He has placed his trust in people who cannot see his soul. He has aligned himself with voices that flatter his pain instead of healing it. Now heaven must intervene. And you must be still. When he finally breaks, and he will, when he finally reaches out, when he finally sends a message, when he finally admits, I don't know what to do, you must resist the urge to say, I told you so. Do not say it, not even once. Even if everything in you feels vindicated, even if the truth is glaringly obvious, choose grace. Why? Because the moment he returns is not about proving your wisdom, it is about revealing God's mercy. Do you remember the days when you stumbled, when no one understood what you were going through, when your silence was misinterpreted, and your heart was filled with confusion? This is that time for him, and you are the answer to the prayer he never knew how to voice. He will ask strange questions, questions that seem small but are really cries for something deeper. Do you think I'm a good person? Do you believe I still have a future? Do you think God hears me at all? In those moments, be ready, for your answers will not be your own, they will be heaven's voice through your mouth. Heaven is trusting you to speak wisely, to see beyond the moment, to discern beyond the words, and to love beyond what makes sense. This is a spiritual assignment. There is a woman who once held significant influence over him, perhaps still does, but her presence is about to be removed. Heaven has seen her manipulation, and the truth of her role in his downfall is being brought to light. Do not celebrate her exposure, mourn it, then let it go. For once she is gone, he will be vulnerably spiritually naked, emotionally raw, mentally unsure. You must not step into judgment, step into intercession, my child. I know your heart is weary. I know you have waited long. I know your soul has been stretched by the waiting and the wondering. But hear me, this waiting has not been punishment, it has been sacred preparation. You are about to be used in a way that few understand. You are about to be the voice that steadies a soul on the brink of collapse. You are about to be the quiet miracle someone will never stop thanking God for. And this is only the beginning. As the trouble unfolds in his life, your obedience will reveal the solution, and not because you will fix him, but because your presence will anchor him back to what is true, eternal, and unshakable. Yes, he will face significant challenges ahead. But more importantly, he will have a God-appointed voice whispering hope when the world goes silent. That voice, my child, is yours. This message is for you. Take this moment and be still. Let the noise of the world fade like dust in the wind. Let every voice that distracts you become silent in your ears, and listen to what is being spoken to your spirit. Not everyone will understand this message, but you will. For heaven has chosen this time to reach you with words that carry fire, truth, mercy, and the trembling revelation that you are being watched over, carried, and guarded more than you know. Someone very close to you, someone you have prayed for, cried for, and fought for, is on a journey filled with storms. God is trying to tell you this. He will face significant challenge, not because he is evil or deserves it, but because some paths are carved by pain to lead into the arms of redemption. There is something deeper at work here. What you have seen so far is only the surface. The tears, the confusion, the constant silence from him, the repeated mistakes, so they are all part of something larger. You have not been forgotten in all of this. Your love is not invisible. Your prayers are not scattered in the air without purpose, they are being carried, counted, and echoed in the corridors of heaven. You have been asking why this person keeps facing battles, why their joy turns to sorrow, and why every time something good begins to bloom, something else seems to crush it. The heavens want you to know this is not punishment, it is preparation. This soul you care for so deeply has been marked for something greater than they even realize. And though darkness tries to drag them down, though people have cursed, judged, and abandoned them, God still has His eye on them. And because you are spiritually tied to them, God has His eye on you. My child, I see how tired you are. I see how much you have held in for the sake of others. I see how many times you have prayed in secret, not for yourself, but for someone else. I know how many nights you have laid down hoping they would be okay, how you have carried their pain within your own heart. I want you to understand something profound and eternal: this love inside you, this compassion, this mercy you have poured into someone else's life, it is not wasted. It is sacred. It is recorded in the books of light. You are not alone in this burden. Every tear you have cried has been caught. Every word you have whispered in intercession has been heard. There are forces you cannot see, angels you do not know by name, who have been sent to walk beside you. You are not fighting this battle alone. You are not praying into empty space. Something is happening behind the veil of what you can see. There is movement in the spiritual realm because of your prayers. The enemy thought he could silence you with delay. He thought that if he could make you wait long enough, confuse you enough, and cause deep betrayals, you would stop praying. But look at you, still standing, still hoping, still whispering, "God, please don't give up on him." That whisper is more powerful than thunder. This persona, the one God is warning you about, will face significant challenges. But listen, that is not the end of the message. The storm may be loud, but the promise is louder. And you are the witness to that promise. You are being used as a shield, a voice, a protector in prayer. Heaven surrounds you as you continue to walk this difficult path. You are not losing, you are being made stronger. You are not being abandoned, you are being elevated in spirit. Every time someone turned their back on you, God took a step closer. Every time you felt like you were going to collapse, Heaven said, "Not yet." They still have a purpose. And yes, even when you doubted, even when you broke down, even when you said you didn't have the strength to keep going, you were still carried. And right now, even in this very moment, you are not standing alone. Look again. You are being held. There are things you do not yet know, but soon you will. There are conversations about you in rooms of light. There is mercy following your footsteps. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not forgotten. This person you care about will go through hardship, but do not lose hope. For God will break the chains. He will shake the foundations. And when the time comes, He will raise him up from the ashes of his own suffering. And you will be there to witness it. You are part of that victory. Some may call you crazy for holding on. Some may say you should have given up long ago. But they do not understand the anointing that rests on your heart. They do not realize that God chose you to stand in the gap. They do not know that your voice in prayer holds more power than an army. Because when you pray, heaven listens. When you weep, angels respond. When you call out in the midnight hour, your cries cause divine movement. My dear child, do not let weariness pull you into silence. Do not let despair convince you to stop hoping. Something is happening in the unseen that will one day be revealed in the light. This is not the end, this is the middle. And the middle is always confusing. It is where doubt screams, and faith must rise. Even when everything feels like it is falling apart, God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong for you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. You do not need all the answers right now, you just need to believe that God is already walking ahead of you. He is already entering the places you fear to go. He is already speaking into the heart of the one you are praying for. He is already creating the miracle, and it is coming. It is closer than you think. You were not given this burden to break you, you were given it because your heart is capable of carrying what others cannot. But even then, you are not asked to carry it alone. Give it back to God. Lay it down in prayer. Speak His name when your strength fades. He will never turn away from you. Not once. Yes, the road ahead may still have shadows. Yes, this person you love may still face deep battles. But do not give up on them, and do not give up on yourself. Something holy is coming.